what I found the most helpful in most successful transformations of society is public policy. So what advice would you give to policymakers if you wanted to implement this more wide scale on a more national, international, EU level, global level, whatever? What would be your advice to policymakers? Because these are the guys that can make these kind of things happen. And because, I mean,
I would say
you get in front of millions of people and millions of people know you and you've done these amazing things, but you're not writing the laws.
Right.
And that's what we need, right?
Yeah. I would say two things. One is looking at other countries and what they're doing and what's working, right? Scandinavia leads in that area of allowing parents to work less and be with their children longer maternity leave, less working hours. Time together is so important. And the way their education or work with children is always play-based, so the child can really bond with the caregiver and with other children and so on. So there are countries that have set some policies that have become so wonderful, like you see, it's flourished. So that's one, seeing what other countries are doing that's really working and maybe trying to implement that. That would be fantastic. Why not, right? Why reinvent the wheel? You see it, it's working, it's been done there, let's try it. That's one. And the second one, by far, one of the most important things, and I constantly talk about that, is having life classes at school. Life, how to live life. You know how you learn how to play Monopoly
and how to do math and
how to learn math,
algebra,
and so on. There has to be part of the curriculum a class that teaches you how to navigate life, how to deal with your emotions, mental, physical well-being. It's just a complete lesson, weekly, one class that teaches children how to cope, resilience, how to understand and how to recognize things and what to do with that, rather than just hope they learn it from, home, because where is
or the
home?
street.
Where is home? And especially for us internationals and expats, where is home? We're just renting or bought a house in a new country, and in 3 years we're moving again. We are not even really at home. There are expats in different language and whatever.
Sure.
It takes a village to raise a child, and it's not there. So implement that.
It's really part of the curriculum, right?
Absolutely. And I don't even think international curriculum alone. I think all curriculums worldwide should have something like lessons in life. And then as the child grows in school, that subject itself of life lessons should grow with the child, right? Imagine when we finish school that we know how to file our taxes. Imagine we finish school, we learn how to save money. Imagine we finish school, we know how to invest. Imagine we finish school, we know that, hey, we don't choose our partners only based on what's good for us. We actually choose on what's familiar to us. Imagine we learn at school what a highly sensitive person is, and that we all have different nervous systems, and that's why some of us suffer more than others with earache or eyesight. We all see, smell, taste, and hear different. It isn't one size fits all. This is all proven science.
Yes, clearly.
Imagine if we learn that early on, so we know to take better care of ourselves. If I go to the movie theater, I always have earplugs with me. Always, because I can't handle it, and I know that, but I had to learn that the tough way. So imagine teaching those things early on. I taught them in my childcare centers. I literally did. When I identified highly sensitive individuals, I talked about it. I explained what it is. Every classroom had a quiet corner that was especially to retreat and hide and look at lights and read books to provide space.
To settle the kid, to settle
the kids. So imagine learning about who you are and how to manage your nervous system and how to calm yourself down. Learning tools such as tapping or being able to soothe, understanding that when you go to sleep, you should switch off certain screens in time, understanding what to avoid and what I mean, it would be, I think, priceless.
Yeah.
These classes.
Yeah, so it's really
life lessons.
Yeah,
Life
really,
lessons.
really at the educational, really has to be ingrained in the curriculum.
Yeah, as a subject on its own, not as a little bit, because a lot of awesome schools teach some, but here and there, and in this class and this class. They also have these classes that they call circle time or whatnot. They're classes in the morning or when the whole school comes together. But it's not the same. It's not the same as having a curriculum based just simply on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So the me time, that's very important, an hour. Honestly, what I see is sometimes I think maybe an hour might not be enough for a parent.
Yes, but you start with the minimum.
Okay.
I've had parents start with 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because they said, this is so overwhelming, there's no way I can come up with an hour.
Yeah.
And so I said, drop it, we're going to start with 5 minutes. You make a cup of tea and you sit by the window uninterrupted 5 minutes every Saturday.
Yeah.
Uninterrupted. So it's like that, right? You build up. Every week, you get yourself at least a chunk of a day, one day, that is just for yourself. And you can spend it with your partner or someone else, but it needs to be about what you want.
What you need.
If you want to go to a tennis game with your partner, then that's yours.
You want to go to your favorite bakery and
that's yours. Yeah, gotcha. Because self-neglect in all of this will only add to that numbness, will only add to that chronic stress, will only add to that depression of, I don't know if I even wanted kids in the first place, that guilt of why am I saying these things? I love my child, but I'm not the parent I wanted to be. That kind of burnout, it needs attention and it needs care, and it happens to the best of us. It just means stop, take time for yourself, start working on yourself, share responsibilities in a bit of a different way with your partner, and discuss these things together in that 1 hour. I have this schedule. Can we plan me time for you here and me time for me there? Yeah.
When they feel guilty, what's the kind of, I think you've mentioned this before, but how, I think that guilt, how do I say this? I think the guilt is a lot more powerful than we really realize. It's a lot more powerful than it is, right? And I think, or what can people do to kind of get over that guilt? How do you reframe that guilt in your mind? Or what's your advice? Or what do you see the successful clients that you have?
Yeah, on the emotional side of things, like I said, you definitely need another adult to help you. If you're in a 2-adult parenting relationship, great. If you're alone, you need one more person to support you with the emotional well-being. On a mental level, you have to have, like I said, time for yourself, or you're gonna go crazy. No one can work 24/7 without break. No one can do that.
Right.
Everybody needs a break, and parenting is one of the toughest, heaviest jobs out there. No matter how much you love your kids, you need a break. So you must take breaks and me time.
So it's kind of, I feel the way you're saying it is, okay, so they have this guilt. So actually it's not really guilt, it's actually kind of a medicine that they need to do to be better parents.
Yeah.
So actually by taking care of themselves, they're kind of taking care,
of the family.
Yeah.
That's how it always works. This phone, in order to function,
needs
I
battery.
need to charge it.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that I need to buy another screen and I need to switch on, I don't know, better Wi-Fi and I have to, no. Everything we have needs maintenance from the inside out, right? So you can get a better garage and you can get a better parking spot, but your car is not going to drive better if you don't work on the car itself. Maintenance. And so your body needs the maintenance in order to function.
Right. Yeah, if you could just, what could they do today, starting today, tomorrow, to really get going on this good well-being path?
I think a motivational question motivational question that one parent can ask themselves when they start this path, just to motivate them so they can get going, is who would benefit the most when I start working on myself?
Is the kids.
Or maybe it's going to be that the kids are fine, but my partner needs it first. I don't know. It's up. I just want them to identify. Maybe it's the first child, maybe it's the middle child, maybe it's the youngest. Who would benefit the most when I look at myself and start to heal this complete burnout that I'm going down, right?
It's so counterintuitive because by taking care of yourself, you're investing in your kids.
Yeah, and that's what I said to you. We have to learn this at school.
Yeah, but
we
it's
don't
very
need the fool to learn it later.
But it's not intuitive. You understand this,
Yes,
right? This
yeah,
is not.
absolutely.
This is something that we need to
It's
learn.
bizarre because, for me, it is bizarre because, like I said, everything functions better when you take care of it. The car needs a garage up. The phones need updates. Computers need to.
Why is the human being different?
Why are we never, ever getting an update? Upgrade your program. That's what I used to always say, right?
Yeah.
You look back at your childhood. If you're repeating patterns from your childhood that aren't serving the family, and you're running around chronically exhausted, it's not helping. It's not. Stop the cycle. Stop it. Just say it stops with me now. Who would benefit here the most when I start this healing process? And what can I do today? One small act of self-love today for myself. Shall I go sign up in a gym? Shall I go for a run? Shall I don't know, go and switch off and watch a movie somewhere? Shall I, whatever, right? Anything. For me, before this, remember, I was just telling you, I tried out this kind of therapy for fun. I didn't even have to do it. It was like, what shall I do this week? And I was like, oh gosh, I've heard about this so many, without naming it, but I really want to try it. I mean, I was a child in a candy shop.
Nice.
I'm still glowing from having that opportunity. And why not? I booked it and I had 1 hour for myself last week doing that. Wow.
Very
fantastic.
Nice. Very good. Thank you very much for this wonderful chat, Robbie. I must say I really learned a lot from it, and I really hope that all the viewers, learned from this as well. I know it's tremendous for especially people in the international community. I do encourage everyone to check out Robbie Zane's book Choices. It's available on Amazon, I think.
Yes, it's available.
Yeah, it's definitely it's also in paperback, and you can order it. And I think it's let's just say it's a helpful guide, and a lot of these notions that she discussed today can be found there. And definitely look her up on LinkedIn as well, and reach out. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next podcast.
Yeah, super. Thank you so much.
Thank you.